personal. I'm actually, I'm very agnostic. I'm very extremely spiritual. You know, I'm very Native Americanish, where that part kicks into me in the sense the way how people assume all Native Americans are, which they are not all, not like that. But where I very much respect nature, I love being a part of nature. That's, you know, that's me. That's what makes me actually really happy, like being around like plants and trees and away from people. I love you guys though. That's why I'm doing this through videos. Like, come on, guys. That was. Don't change the channel. But yeah, one of the things about my spirituality is that I love doing my kung fu. I love doing my tai chi. I love having weird dreams because I have the freakiest dreams all the time. But I want to talk about one dream in particular. Before I had actually discovered a Hindu temple and had the opportunity to actually like really kind of explore the Hindu culture, because I've always wanted to go to the temples. I've always wanted to learn a little bit more, but honestly I didn't really know much about it. I didn't know the difference, different gods and different goddesses. I didn't know anything. So there's this one time in my life where I had this one consecutive dream, and this dream scared the crap out of me for a reason, and I'll explain. So in this dream, I'm sitting on a beach, and it's at night, and you know, I'm sitting by this fire, and I'm sort of just kind of relaxing, just and I'm just enjoying myself. I'm just relaxing. I'm just breathing in the night. I could taste the coldness of the air on my tongue. I could actually feel all that stuff. I felt the breeze. I felt the cold water. I felt the warmth of the sand, the warmth of the fire. And I remember it. By the way, if you're atheist, that's fine. That's cool. I really like whatever rocks your boat. As long as religion does not explain if you're a good person, not your intentions do. But I remember looking off to the water, and I remember thinking, like, wow, like I saw the stars, the moon, everything looked beautiful. And then as I started to kind of float my vision down a bit, I started to see a lot of nighttime mythological creatures, which was super cool to me because, like, I love dragons, I love fairies, stuff like that. Those are the things that I love. I'm a sci-fi chick all the way. And I saw what looked like night fairies, you know, like they had dark skin. I mean, they looked absolutely so cute and beautiful. Tinkerbell ain't got nothing on them because we all know the real fairy is Ferngully, okay, with Krista. Just saying, Tinkerbell. The war is on. But yeah, I saw fairies, I saw dragons, I saw creatures I don't even know how to identify because I've never seen them in a book. They probably belong to some culture lore that I in my crazy head. But you know, I remember in the dream, because in my dream I think very much like myself. Even if I'm aware of the fact that I'm dreaming and sleeping and I'm controlling the dream, I remember sitting there going, oh God, they're going to eat me. You know, and I was backing away from the water because I saw mermaids and some dark-skinned siren. Like, it was really beautiful. Like, they all looked beautiful to me in the dream, but I was still like, they're going to eat me, so I obviously need to get away from the beach. So, in the midst of all that, I turned around and I saw Kali. And if nobody knows, if you're watching this and you have no idea what Kali looks like, let me explain. Her name basically is like eternal darkness. Not because it's bad, it's not evil or anything, because I've seen a couple of videos where like, Kali and Shiva mean bad things, destruction and darkness, and I'm like, shut up, because that's not actually the truth. That sounds like a very closed-minded Westerner's perspective of the Hindu culture, and that's actually what it sounds like. But Kali, she's very dark-skinned, and she actually has heads around as a necklace. And she was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And she was very calm and very kind of just, I don't even know how to describe it. I don't even think there are words in English or Hindu or any language that's on this planet to actually really describe that moment. And I remember kind of just looking up very casually like, oh crap, she's got heads for a necklace? Run! Okay, where do I go? Do I get eaten by the dragon or beheaded? Dragon, beheaded. Maybe the dragon might be a quick death. Like, you know, I was, like, it freaked me out. And I was so scared. And she was just standing there looking at me. And she leaned over very carefully. And she goes, and I was like, I ain't going over there. I'm going to stand right here, right in between you guys, and just not move and see who makes the first move first. like, I was so scared. And this is a dream, and I remember thinking, you'll just wake up. That'll just solve the problem. You'll wake up, yo! Like, it just wasn't happening. And she told me, come here. Like, stupid. Come here. If I wanted to cut your head off, I would have been missing when you two was looking at the dragon. But, I'm not thinking that. But she said, come here. And I was like, come here. So being the smartass that I am, I was like, okay. It's close enough. And, she just looked at me. She seemed very patient with me. And eventually I woke up, and because I just would not move. Because the creatures were still, the fairies, everyone, like, I felt like the mythological creatures were like, oh my god, what is she going to do? Like, will our hero get her head cut off, or will she run? What's going to happen? Like, I feel like that's what the dragons and fairies and mermaids were doing. Like, let's just watch this really good TV. Here's the popcorn. Like, I feel like that's what they were doing, and I'm like, I don't know who you are. And the second night, I had the same exact dream. I was relaxing on the beach, and I remember going, that seems familiar. Nah. This is a nice beach. I like this dream. It's relaxing. I feel like I'm really getting my REM. And that's when all the creatures appeared again. And I remember going, oh, not again! And once again, I turn around, and there she is. She's standing there. Same spot. She does not move. And she looks at me, come here. And I'm just like, So she's like, come here. So I do the same thing. She's like, come here. So I get a little closer. And what happens is I actually have the exact same dream consecutively. In each dream, I get a little closer, I get a little closer, I get a little closer, and I get a little closer to her. Once I am actually within, I would say arm's distance, but I was actually a little closer than arm's length. She actually steps forward, and she wraps her arms around me. And she hugs me. And then she says, don't worry, I'm going to take care of everything. And I remember thinking, what on earth? Like, what take care? Who are you? Are you my fairy godmother? Because I could really use some money. I had no idea what the dream could possibly mean. And I do believe in the fact that dreams can mean something on a spiritual sense, but I also mean that there are dreams that are more of your psychological side, where your brain's trying to tell you, hey, pay attention. That kind of thing. And I couldn't figure out what on earth this dream could mean, because I had no idea who she was. But by that point, after she had given me the hug, I'm freaking out when I get out of bed. Like, I gotta look this chick up. All right, she has really dark skin and necklace for heads. Yeah, that sounds great for Google. I'm gonna get arrested. Like, I didn't know how to look this up. So I'm on the internet, and back when the internet used to really be taken over by pop-up ads, which was good at this moment, but prior to that and any other time after that, I hate pop-up ads. Now you can control them, but before, there is no control. It was like the blue screen of death after you put a CD into the computer. It was terrible. If you youngins have no idea what I'm talking about, you have missed the great war of pop-up ads. But yeah, so I get on the computer going, how do I look this chick up? I have no idea who she is. So I'm clicking through random websites like Blue Dragons, something that I saw. This is stupid. I don't know what I'm finding. And at some point, the computer gets taken over completely by pop-up ads. And every single pop-up ad, this is how retarded I am. Like, I'm agnostic and spiritual, but I'm like an idiot. Like, I'm pretty sure God's been in front of me like, stupid! Hello? Pay attention! Like, I just don't pay attention to things. And each and every single pop-up ad was actually join Kali, Hindu Kali. Hindu was in this. Kali. And I didn't realize it until I started closing the windows. Like, God, I'm trying to look something up. Okay. And there were pictures of her the whole time. And I'm like, click, close. God, what? Why won't they just go away? And so finally, something's like, stupid. Look at the picture. And then finally I look at the picture and I go, holy crap, that's her. And I started to look her up and learn so much about her. And it was actually really hard for me to find a temple in New York City that would have her in it. Because there's this weirdness when it comes to Westerners, some Westerners, in regards to when they're looking and perceiving Hindu culture, and they don't know how to process it. And really the truth is that a lot of the gods and goddesses that they see, they don't understand that the gods and the goddesses are the many aspects of God. So you have, which is basically the same as you would look at it in the Bible, and some people are going to get upset about this, and I apologize for offending you, but in the Bible we have God who's like, I love you, everything's great, but do not cross me. Like, we actually have this, and I went to a Catholic school, okay, so don't tell me I don't know anything about the Bible. There is this fury, you know, we have the flood, we have all these other stories. That is an aspect of God, and if you humanize it just a little bit more, that's when, like, when you get pissed off, like, you can be as friendly and Mother Teresa as all you want, and you're like, yes, I love you, but the minute something that you dislike, like when I watch someone being intentionally hurt by another person, that pisses me off. Or like if I see a kid about to do something dangerous, that makes me panic. This, you know, surge of emotion comes from me, no matter how monotoned I am. So if you really humanize it more, you start to understand from the perspective of how God is really perceived. And that's how I've noticed the Hindu culture, at least where the temple that I ended up going to, taught me about Hinduism and how the gods and goddesses are perceived. It's an aspect of God. Kali is not there to like, I'm going to destroy everything. Like, that's not what she's there for. That's not what Shiva is there for. They all have their different purposes. And for the record, for anyone who doesn't know anything about Kali, the reason why she has that pretty necklace around her neck, they're not really humans. Those are demons. There's a demon that was running around knocking everybody up like, yeah, got you. And the gods were basically having some trouble, like, I don't know how to get rid of this dude. Because every time you basically cut him, a drop of his blood would make another one. I mean, that's like breeding idiots. I mean, you people would know what that's like. Come on. That's maddening. So they got one person who'd be like, I can get rid of the idiots. Give them to me. You know, and she was all hardcore, like, yeah! And she took them all out. And she drank their blood just to get rid of this. Because, I mean, which would make sense, because if one drop of his blood on the ground creates another one, we got to find a way to get rid of it. Like, we just can't put it in a cup and just hope, like, okay, maybe this will stop him. You know, she consumed him. Like, yeah, what? Like, how hardcore could you not be? Like, what? But yeah, and basically in the process, she was cutting off their heads and she wears it as a necklace. That was the story that was explained to me. That was the story that I had come upon, and that to me made sense. You know, the only issue that happened is that, you know, after she won the battle, she was like doing her MC Hammer, like, what? Like, did you see me? I was, what? Like, she was all into her moment, doing her thing, and Shiva was like, stop it, you're dancing. Like, baby, you shaking that booty nice, but you kind of like about to destroy the world accidentally. And she's all like, did you see that? Did you see that? Did you, like, she was all into her moment, and Shiva slid underneath her to make her stop, which is why when she's standing on top of him, her tongue is sticking out. He actually stopped her from accidentally destroying the world because she was too busy in her victory dance. And let's not lie, we've all had that moment where you got so excited about something, you're like, what? Did you see me? Did you see me? Like, like, everyone has that moment at some point, and she had that moment. You can't get more human than that. But I want to, you know, share this a dream time with you guys. And yeah, I want to tell me about your crazy dreams, because I'm going to have more of these little weird stories, because I'm always having some freaky dream. But yeah, if it wasn't for that dream, I would have never gotten the chance to really truly explore Hinduism and really get to know, you know, Hanuman and, you know, Lakshmi, Saraswati, getting to know Shiva, and, you know, really going to the temple and really learning as much about them. You know, Vishnu, you know, watching him ride the Garuda. You know, I'm always there for, like, the services. I love the services, and I love, you know, the 9 days of Durga. I love Navaratri. That's when I'm there. I get my little saris on. I'm like, oh my god, we're gonna dance around Durga. Like, I'm all in there. But yeah, that's her, actually. That's the cutesy version, so nobody runs. But the running joke with my friends is that that's my mommy. So if you ever hear me go, so then my mommy stepped in. Mommy is Kali. I say my mother for my physical earth mother. Hi, Mom. But yeah, but the running joke is that she takes care of me, you know, and that's kind of been the moment for everything. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to share that with you. And for those who are spiritual and have crazy dreams or had a dream of a god or a goddess that they did or did not know, share that with me. Write that in the comment link, you know, comment, did I say comment link? I don't know what happened. I'm sorry. My friend's playing Zelda, and he started talking about it, and ever since then, I can't get Link out of my head. So this is your fault. But yeah, comment downstairs. And while you're down there, you can click subscribe. Again, thanks again for watching. My shows are always going to be on Wednesdays and Saturdays because I love you guys. And again, click subscribe, watch my previous episode. And yeah, thank you so much for your support. And share with me, tell me your crazy dreams because I can't be the only one. Thanks for watching.